In the 80s, many believed Westerns were a thing of the past, but the 1989 miniseries Lonesome Dove proved otherwise. This four-part series, based on Larry McMurtry's celebrated 1985 novel, reportedly attracted over 30 million viewers per episode. Over 30 years have passed since the show first aired, and while some of the iconic cast members have sadly passed away, let's take a look back at the surviving stars. Tommy Lee Jones as Woodrow F. Call. Tommy Lee Jones's character is a diligent worker who values discipline, duty, and honor. While McCrae is optimistic, Call is reserved. The 77-year-old actor began his career on Broadway in 1969 and made his film debut in the 1970 melodrama Love Story. During the 70s, Jones' career gained momentum with roles ranging from an escaped convict in Jackson County Jail to a police detective in Eyes of Laura Mars. He won an Emmy for Best Actor for his portrayal of murderer Gary Gilmore in The Executioner's Song and received a nomination for his role in Lonesome Dove. Jones remained active in the 90s, earning an Oscar for his performance in The Fugitive. He is also well known for starring alongside Will Smith in Men in Black and its sequel. Jones was married to Kate Lardner, niece of screenwriter and journalist Ring Lardner, Jr., from 1971 to 1978. He has 2 children from his second marriage to Kimberly Claughley, daughter of Phil Hardberger, former mayor of San Antonio. On March 19, 2001, he married his third wife, Dawn Laurel. Jones resides in Terrell Hills, Texas, just outside downtown San Antonio, and speaks Spanish. He owns a 3,000-acre cattle ranch in San Saba County, Texas, and a ranch near Van Horn, Texas, which was the set for his film The Three Burials of Melquiades Estrada. He had an equestrian estate in Wellington, Florida, until he sold it in 2019. Jones is a polo player and has a house in a polo country club in Buenos Aires, Argentina. He supports the Polo Training Foundation. Diane Lane as Lorena Wood. In Lonesome Dove, Diane Lane portrayed Lorena, a stunning woman from Alabama who was coerced into prostitution by a former lover. Lorena's strong-willed nature often intimidated the cowboys who sought her affection. Lane began her career as a child actor, debuting in film at age 14 in the 1979 movie A Little Romance, alongside Laurence Olivier. During the 80s, she appeared in movies like The Outsiders, Rumblefish, and Streets of Fire. Now 58, she's set to star as mid-century socialite Slim Keith in the anthology series Feud, and has had notable roles in blockbusters like Man of Steel. Her performance in the 2002 thriller Unfaithful earned her an Oscar nomination, and her role in Under the Tuscan Sun, released the following year, remains a fan favorite. Lane met actor Christopher Lambert in Paris while promoting the Cotton Club in 1984. After a brief affair, they split up, only to reconnect 2 years later in Rome while filming Priceless Beauty. They became a couple again and married in October 1988 in Santa Fe, New Mexico. They have a daughter, Eleanor, and divorced in March 1994. Lane got engaged to actor Josh Brolin in July 2003, and they married on August 15, 2004. On December 20th of that year, Lane called the police after an altercation with Brolin, leading to his arrest on a misdemeanor charge of domestic battery. Lane declined to press charges, and the couple's investigator described the incident as a misunderstanding. Lane and Brolin filed for divorce in February 2013, which was finalized on December 2, 2013. Danny Glover as Joshua Dietz. Danny Glover portrayed Joshua Dietz in the series. His initial involvement in theater was with the American Conservatory Theater, a regional training program in San Francisco. Glover also honed his craft under Gene Shelton at the Shelton Actors Lab in San Francisco. In an interview on Inside the Actors Studio, Glover credited Gene Shelton for much of his development as an actor. Choosing to pursue acting full-time, Glover resigned from his city administration job and soon embarked on his career as a stage actor. Glover played President Wilson, the President of the United States, in the 2009 film 2012, directed by Roland Emmerich. In 2010, Glover participated in the Spanish film I Want to Be a Soldier. In 2012, he starred in the film Donovan's Echo. Glover co-starred in the science fiction comedy film Sorry to Bother You, which was released in theaters on July 6, 2018. Glover married Asake Bomani in 1975, and they have a daughter Mandisa, born in 1976. Glover and Bomani divorced in 2000. He married Eliane Cavallero in 2009, and they divorced in 2022. Glover bought a 6,000-square-foot house in Dunthorpe, Oregon in 1999. As of 2011, he no longer resides in Oregon. Glover has become an active member of the board of directors of the Jazz Foundation of America. He got involved with the Jazz Foundation in 2005 and has been a featured host for their annual benefit A Great Night in Harlem for several years, as well as appearing as a celebrity MC at other events for the foundation. Frederick Forest as Blue Duck. Frederick Forest portrayed Blue Duck, a half-Native American, half-Mexican bandit and murderer in the series. During the 1960s, Forrest appeared in TV shows like Dark Shadows and Gunsmoke. In 1966, he began his stage career in an off-Broadway production of Viet Rock. His film debut came with When the Legends Die, 1972. Forrest gained recognition for his role as Chef in Apocalypse Now, the neo-Nazi surplus store owner in Falling Down, and Dashiell Hammett in both Hammett, 1982, and Citizen Cone, 1992. Forrest also appeared in Valley Girl, The Two Jakes, The Stone Boy, The Missouri Breaks, The Deliberate Stranger, TV, Promise Him Anything, TV, and Dario Argento's first American film, Trauma. On television, he played Captain Richard Jenko in the first season of the Fox series 21 Jump Street in 1987. He was later replaced by Stephen Williams, who played Captain Adam Fuller for the rest of the series. In 1990, he appeared as Private Investigator Lomax in the BBC miniseries Die Kinder. Forrest also played Sergeant McSpadden in the Civil War-themed movie Andersonville and portrayed real-life U.S. Army General Earl Wheeler in Path to War, 2002, the final film by director John Frankenheimer. Robert Urick as Jake Spoon. Robert Urick played Jake Spoon, a former Texas Ranger, in Lonesome Dove. Urick's decision to pursue acting full-time came after appearing in a Chicago production of The Rainmaker with Burt Reynolds, who encouraged him to move to Los Angeles. Urick made his television debut in 1972 with a guest role in the FBI. The following year, he landed a lead role in Bob and Carol and Ted and Alice, based on the 1969 film of the same name. Unfortunately, it struggled in the ratings and was canceled after 6 episodes. That same year, he made his film debut opposite Clint Eastwood in Magnum Force, playing a vigilante motorcycle patrol officer. In the 1990s, Urick primarily appeared in television films and several short-lived series. From 1990 to 1991, he starred in the sitcom American Dreamer and the TV movie 83 Hours Till Dawn. The following year, he led the drama series Crossroads on ABC, which aired for 10 episodes. In 1993, Urick and Faye Dunaway starred in the sitcom It Had to Be You, which was critically panned and canceled after 4 episodes. Urick's first marriage was to actress Barbara Rucker in 1968, but they divorced in 1974. He married actress Heather Menzies, 1949-2017, in 1975, and they adopted 3 children together. They remained married until his death in 2002. In July 1996, Urick announced he had been diagnosed with synovial sarcoma, a rare cancer affecting soft tissue. Despite his illness, he continued working, underwent treatment, and became an advocate for cancer research. A week before his death, he was hospitalized at Los Robles Hospital and Medical Center in Thousand Oaks due to respiratory problems and passed away there on April 16, 2002. D.B. Sweeney as Dish Boggett. D.B. Sweeney portrayed dishwater Dish Boggett, the ramrod of the Hat Creek Trail herd in the series. In 1990, Sweeney starred as Treplev in Jeff Cohen's modern adaptation of Anton Chekhov's classic The Seagull at a small off-Broadway theater, the Rap Arts Center, in New York's Alphabet City neighborhood. His co-star was a then-unknown Laura Linney, making her New York stage debut as Nina. Currently, he is the voiceover artist for the OWN Oprah Winfrey Network, with an extensive voiceover portfolio that includes 3 seasons of Fox Sports Net's Beyond the Glory and National Geographic Television's Ice Pilots. His past ad campaigns feature brands like Bud Light, Lincoln Cars, ConocoPhillips, John Deere, Major League Baseball, and Coca-Cola. Sweeney plays Captain John Trent in the horror web series Universal Dead. In late June 2010, it was announced that Universal Dead would be turned into a feature film. As of 2023, the film has not yet been released. In 2012, Sweeney voiced the adult avatar Aang in the first and second seasons of The Legend of Korra, the sequel series to Avatar: The Last Airbender. He currently narrates the reality television series Mountain Men. In 2017, Sweeney played a pastor in The Resurrection of Gavin Stone. In April 2000, Sweeney married Ashley Vachon. They have a son, Cade, and a daughter, Cody. Angelica Houston as Clara Allen. As Clara, Gus's former love, Angelica Houston delivered a powerful performance as a woman mourning her sons while cherishing her daughters. Houston hails from a prestigious Hollywood lineage, being the daughter of director John Huston and granddaughter of actor Walter Huston. She began her career as a model in the vibrant 60s and became a 70s it girl while dating Jack Nicholson. Houston's breakthrough in acting came with her role as a mobster's moll in her father's 1985 film Prizzi's Honor, which also starred Nicholson. She won an Oscar for this role. Following that, she appeared in acclaimed dramas like The Dead and Crimes and Misdemeanors, and in dark yet family-friendly films like The Witches and The Addams Family. Her gothic appearance made her the perfect Morticia Addams. In 1996, she made her directorial debut with an adaptation of the novel Bastard Out of Carolina. In recent years, Houston has starred in several quirky films by director Wes Anderson, including The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou, The Darjeeling Limited, Isle of Dogs, and The French Dispatch. She has also appeared in popular action movies like the third installment of the John Wick series. Now 72, Houston has penned 2 memoirs detailing her unique life as a model, actress, and icon. Ricky Schroeder as Newt Dobbs. Ricky Schroeder began his career as an endearing child star. He first gained attention at age 9, playing John Voight's son in The Champ. This was followed by the hit sitcom Silver Spoons, where he delighted audiences as the clever Ricky Stratton from 1982 to 1986. Now 53, the actor has shed the Y from his child star name. In Lonesome Dove, Schroeder showcases his talents as a mature actor in the serious role of Newt Dobbs, a 17-year-old orphan raised by Gus and Call. His character knows his mother was a prostitute, but has no idea who his real father might be. Despite his initial clumsiness as a cowboy, he evolves into a dependable ranch hand and is eventually entrusted with running the ranch in Call's absence, even though he is still a teenager. In the preface to the novel, McMurtry refers to Newt as the Lonesome Dove of the title. After Lonesome Dove, Schroeder joined the casts of intense shows like NYPD Blue and 24. He's also directed 3 films and appeared in various TV movies. Glenn Headley as Elmyra Boot Johnson. Glenn Headley portrayed Elmyra Ellie Johnson in the series. While performing in Curse of the Starving Class on the Chicago stage, she was invited to join the Steppenwolf Theater Ensemble, which was looking to expand. Headley also appeared in several other productions. In Chicago, she was nominated for 5 Joseph Jefferson Awards, winning 3 for Best Supporting Actress. She received her actor's equity card when cast by Vivian Matalon in a summer theater production of Charlie's Aunt and joined SAG after Arthur Penn wrote a breakout role for her in the film Four Friends. Headley was a member of the Steppenwolf Theater Company from 1979 until 2005, though she never returned to Chicago for a play after the late 1980s, feeling that such a move would be disruptive to her family. She took a decade-long hiatus from the stage until 1999, when she starred with Miranda Richardson in Wallace Shawn's Aunt Dan and Lemon, which premiered at the Elmyra Theater in London. In 2001, Headley starred as Angela Kennedy Lipsky in the premiere of My Brilliant Divorce at the Druid Theatre in Galway, Ireland. In 2003, she starred with David Hyde Pierce in The Guys as part of a revolving cast at the Actors Gang in Los Angeles. She also appeared in John Malkovich's production of Shaw's Arms and The Man with Kevin Kline at New York City's Circle in the Square Uptown. Headley passed away from complications of a pulmonary embolism on June 8, 2017, at age 62 in Santa Monica, California. Chris Cooper as July Johnson. Chris Cooper portrayed Sheriff July Johnson in Lonesome Dove. Some of his more notable later roles include Money Train as a deranged arsonist who terrorizes toll booth attendants, Lone Star in a prominent role as a Texas sheriff tasked with resolving a 10-year-old case, as Deputy Dwayne Looney in director Joel Schumacher's 1996 film A Time to Kill, based on the John Grisham novel, as Frank Booker in 1998's The Horse Whisperer, and as a deeply prejudiced Marine Corps colonel in American Beauty, a performance that earned him a Screen Actors Guild Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor. In 2017, he and Laurie Metcalf headlined A Doll's House Part 2, a Broadway production by Lucas Hanath adapted from Henrik Ibsen's A Doll's House, which earned him a Tony Award nomination. Cooper portrayed Torvald, Nora Helmer's spouse. Cooper played Norman Osborn in the 2014 film The Amazing Spider-Man 2. He made an uncredited appearance in Ben Affleck's crime drama, Live by Night, released in December 2016. Cooper met his future spouse, Maryanne Leon, in 1979 at an acting workshop in New York City. On their initial outing, she assisted him in carrying gypsum boards up 8 flights of stairs. That's when I realized this was the woman for me. They tied the knot in July 1983. Their son, Jesse Lanier Cooper, was born prematurely in October 1987. 3 days after his birth, Jesse suffered a brain hemorrhage and was diagnosed with cerebral palsy. Jesse eventually integrated into Silver Lake Regional High School, where he excelled academically. William Sanderson as Lippy Jones. William Sanderson portrayed Lippy Jones in the series. Sanderson appeared as one of the mechanics and regulars of the diner in The Rocketeer, who stands up against Nazi agents seeking the top-secret rocket pack. He also took on the role of Deuce in an episode of Babylon 5 and later revisited the character in Babylon 5, Third Space. Sanderson provided the voice for Dr. Carl Rossum in Batman, the animated series in the United Kingdom. Additionally, he played a supporting character, J.F. Sebastian, in Ridley Scott's 1982 cyberpunk noir film Blade Runner. In May 2019, Sanderson published an autobiography detailing his career, Yes, I'm That Guy, The Rough-and-Tumble Life of a Character Actor. Following the book's release, Sanderson and Nick Saucy Katsouros launched a 6-episode limited podcast series, Sanderson Says, to discuss and delve into the autobiography. Sanderson announced his retirement from acting on his Facebook page on May 13, 2020. Sanderson resides in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, with his spouse. He has 1 son and 2 grandchildren. Timothy Scott as P.I. Parker. He played the role of P.I. Parker, a former Texas Ranger turned cowboy, in the 1989 miniseries Lonesome Dove. Scott was born in Detroit, Michigan, resided in New Mexico, and relocated to Los Angeles, California, in 1959 to pursue his acting career. He was married to Donna Lee Scott and had one stepdaughter named Marissa Scott Wyndham, as well as two sons, Scott Harmon and Dean Scott. Alongside James Gammon, he co-founded the Met Theater in Los Angeles. Scott was undergoing treatment for lung cancer at the time. Sam Shepard replaced him as P.I. in Streets of Laredo, 1995. His film credits include appearances in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, 1969, Fried Green Tomatoes, 1991, Vanishing Point, 1971, and The Electric Horseman, 1979, among others. On television, he appeared in the 1966 series Batman and the miniseries Ned Blessing, The True Story of My Life. Scott received a diagnosis of advanced lung cancer in 1994. He passed away from a heart attack at a Los Angeles medical facility at the age of 57 in June 1995 while undergoing cancer treatment. Scott was honored in both Los Angeles and Texas. Barry Corbin as Roscoe Brown. Barry Corbin embodies the character Roscoe Brown in the series. Corbin initiated his career in the 1960s as a Shakespearean performer. Yet nowadays, he is more frequently observed in roles such as the local sheriff, military commander, or other authoritative figures, although occasionally he has portrayed villainous characters. Between 1979 and 1984, Corbin made appearances in numerous episodes of Dallas portraying Sheriff Fenton Washburn. In 1983, he shared the screen in the television miniseries The Thorn Birds. Corbin took on the role of Pete, Mary Carson's stockman, who instructs the Cleary's sons in sheep shearing on their aunt's vast sheep station Drogheda, Australia. Additionally, in 1983, Corbin depicted Merritt Sawyer in the television series Boone, which was terminated after airing 10 episodes. Corbin's character was that of a stern paternal figure to the young actor Tom Bird, who played Boone Sawyer, a budding vocalist. Corbin has achieved success in numerous cutting horse competitions. He devotes much of his leisure time to horseback riding and attending to livestock on his modest ranch near Fort Worth. Over the years, he has generously contributed his time to charitable endeavors, including rodeos and serving as a spokesperson for the National Alopecia Areata Foundation. In 2006, he took part in the Lubbock Centennial celebration. Robert Duval as Augustus Gus McCrae. At 93 years old, Robert Duval has shone brightly for more than 6 decades. He made his debut in the film world by portraying Boo Radley in the 1962 timeless classic To Kill a Mockingbird. Following various roles in the late 60s and early 70s, Duval ultimately clinched the Oscar for Best Actor for his performance in the 1983 drama Tender Mercies. He will forever be remembered for his portrayals of the Corleone family's consigliere, Tom Hagen, in the Godfather films, and Lieutenant Colonel Bill Kilgore in Apocalypse Now. In the latter, he delivered one of cinema's most iconic lines, "I adore the aroma of napalm in the morning." Duval has expressed that his favorite role was portraying a former Texas Ranger in Lonesome Dove, referring to it as the Godfather of Westerns. The impact of his performance was so profound that in 2011, he was appointed an esteemed Ranger. Duval has continued to grace the screen with his presence, most recently appearing in the mystery film The Pale Blue Eye in 2022. Apart from his illustrious acting career, Duval has also excelled as a director and writer. He received an Academy Award nomination for his portrayal of evangelical preacher Euless Sonny Dewey in The Apostle, a film he both penned and directed. His directorial and writing credits include Angelo My Love, Assassination Tango, and Wild Horses. When he's not captivating audiences on screen, Duval finds joy in dancing the tango. Perhaps that's the secret to his enduring vitality. The remarkable odyssey of the ensemble of Lonesome Dove, spanning from 1989 to 2024, witnessing the evolution of these gifted individuals over time and their enduring impact on the realm of entertainment. Gratitude for accompanying us on this expedition. Until we meet again, stay safe and treasure the recollections of those departed.